Giving all praise and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Rakakadash, the abundance of the elders GMS. Also salutations to all the Akim out there that's pushing this truth, and also shalom to the rest of the hopeful elect. I think I'm going to title this, Is America Under Martial Law? Now I have this article and something that I looked up on ChatGPT, like we always do. And this is what the article says before I go into chat. It says, Unveil ICE memo reportedly reveals agents have been instructed that they can enter homes without judicial warrants. Matter of fact, let's look that up. Judicial warrant. Let's see what that would say. The judicial warrant is an official court order signed by a judge or magistrate authorizing law enforcement to arrest someone, search a specific location, seize property based on demonstrated probable cause. These warrants are constitutionally required for entering private homes, unlike administrative warrants issued internally by agencies like ICE. So what ICE is doing is what? Illegal. Now, I didn't even ask for all that on here. But even with AI saying what ICE is doing is illegal. See, and that's why this is going to come upon the land. All right? Let's go to the book Isaiah before we dig off into some of this stuff. This is why some of this stuff is going to happen, man, because you have people that still try to uphold the law, the American law. Isaiah 19. Isaiah 19:2. And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians. Now, the modern day Egypt is America, all right? It says, they shall fight everyone against his brother, everyone against his neighbor, city against city, kingdom against kingdom. And if you notice, right, in a lot of those cities in Minneapolis, all right, you have citizens patrolling the cities or their neighborhoods with rifles, all right, high-power rifles, showing you, man, this thing is about to come to a head, okay? This nation is totally divided, man. They don't even uphold their own constitution. Because you know why? We're in the midst of them bringing forth their new world order, all right, into fruition. That's what they want to bring, all right? Complete oppression, all right? Complete dominance over you, all right? They want to tell you when to eat, when to shit, all right? When to have babies, okay? When you can speak. See, people look at this situation and think it's just a light matter, and it's not. Okay? It says, if you thought your home was off limits without judge's approval, think again. All right, this is the article. I recently revealed Internal Immigration and Customs Enforcement ICE memo is sending shockwaves. And to put it plainly, agents might forcibly be able to enter your homes of people subject to deportation using administrative warrants. No judge signature required. So look, this is martial law. America is in a complete police state. All right? That's why you had these ICE agents shooting people, gunning them down. Or hell, even just your regular police officers. All right? Trump said when he got into office, he was going to give them free reign. The document dated May 12, signed by ICE, acting director Ty Lyons, was shared with a Senator Richard Blumenthal. Decon by whistleblowers is raising serious legal ethical questions. The memo lays out a stark shift in ICE procedures. Look, and they can just lie and say, you're an illegal immigrant, all right, and enter into your home. That's how you know the shit with the immigrants coming over, man. That was just that was a trap. All right, they used that, all right, for them to bring this chaos. What you see now, what you see, martial law. All right, if you people think for 1 second that the Democrats didn't think that this was going to happen, you a goddamn fool. All right, you're the biggest dummy that I know. All right, because even right now you got people picking sides. See, the Democrats, no, the Republicans. No, man, they're all the same. The Democrats, all right, Joe Biden, all right, and his cabinet, all right, they brought in the immigrants. So what? So they can bring in ICE or put boots on the ground in America. All right, it's the saying, two wings, one bird, man. And at the same time, they're keeping y'all divided. Okay, which is all a dog and pony show. Okay, both of them want the same thing. All right, they all working for the elites. All right, they all are working to bring in a new world order. They're great actors. That's what y'all don't realize. The Democrats knew this was going to happen. It says, the memo lays out stark shift in ICE procedure. Agents can arrest detained individuals in their residence. If they have a final order of removal for immigration judge, the Board of Immigration Appeals on the U.S. District and Magistrates Judges. Lawyers note that relying solely on the administrative warrants for in-home arrest represents a change for past practice, all right, which means what? That Constitution is done. However, the memo claims is consistent with the U.S. Constitution, immigration law, and regulations. The memo instructs officers to knock and announce using Form 1205. Additionally, they must identify themselves and their purpose and give residents time to comply. Though the policy still breaks long-standing law enforcement norms, all right? Because why? It's not constitutional, all right? And guess what? They're going to break wait till they go for them guns, all right? Because when people start defending themselves, all right, a lot of you ICE, they're going to start killing these ICE agents. Watch. Now let's go to Chat GPT real quick. Not ask them. If a federal government officer like ICE can enter your home without a warrant, what does that mean, or what is that a sign of for the U.S.? Okay, it says on the Fourth Amendment, your home has the highest level of protection as a rule. Law enforcement cannot enter your home without a warrant signed by a judge. There are only limited expectations. The main exceptions ICE or other federal officers rely on: consent. If you or someone with authority lets them in, even verbally, they can enter. This is the most common way warrantless entry happens. Right, that's if you actually let them in your home. Say, okay, you can come in, such and such. Okay, you gave them consent. You can legally say, I don't consent to any searches or entry. The exigent circumstances, this means in emergencies such as immediate danger to life, active destruction of evidence, hot pursuit, or fleeing suspect. That's called what? Probable cause. All right. Know anything? All right. A tad bit of the law. That's called probable cause. This is supposed to be a rare and specific, not general enforcement. Administrative ICE warrants. ICE often carries administrative warrants, which are not signed by a judge, right? and are not sufficient to enter private homes without consent. See, but they done changed that, man. So somebody can lie and say you're harboring illegal immigrants, and they can come bolt down your goddamn door. All right. Now let's see. It says, so what does warrantless home entry mean if it's happening? It can signal several things depending how common and tolerant it becomes. Erosion of the constitutional norms. If officers test boundaries, courts or the public don't push back, protections weaken over time. Right, we've been seeing that. Illegal searches, all right, them dragging people out their cars, shooting them, all right, getting off, all right. Basically, they're being detected by the system, all right. And they don't have to obey the law. Say that expansion of executive power. Immigration enforcement is part of the executive branch, which historically expands power fastest during national security fears. See, so they find loopholes. Immigration crackdowns, emergency framing, selective enforcement. These practices often can concentrate on immigrants, poorer communities, people less likely to challenge authority. Now, what does that sound like? All right. Poorer communities, people less likely to challenge authorities. They coming for you Negroes next, man. You so-called black people. All right. You next. It says normalization of exceptions. When exceptions become routine, the rule warrants due process becomes optional. That's when constitutional systems degrade. It says what it is not yet, it does not automatically mean martial law. See, so you gotta throw that in there. Suspension of the Constitution, dictatorship, it means all that. All right, because once you break one part of the law, guess what? You're subject to break another part of the law. Okay? Then we already know this was going to happen. All right? It says this in the book of Jeremiah. Eighteenth chapter. It says that, verse 21, it says, therefore deliver up their children to the famine and pour out their blood by the sword, and let their wives be bereaved of their children. And that's actually happening right now. All right, wives is being bereaved from their children. They're separating the children from their mothers and their fathers. And be widows. Let their man be put to death. All right. And let your young men be slain by the sword in battle. Because eventually, all right, this is going to turn out to an all-out war. Let a cry be heard from their houses when thou shalt bring a troop suddenly upon them. For I have digged a pit to take me, and hid snares for my feet. You see? And where they going to take you to? Hold on. I was looking at a video earlier, right? They got them people in them goddamn, basically, concentration camps, call them what they are. Concentration camps, man, living on top of each other. Not washing up, all kind of shit, man. You know? So, hey, and guess what? You American citizens, they got camps for you too. All right? Killing camps. Camps with gas chambers. Camps with guillotines. All right? Camps with no mattresses. All right? You just gonna have to sleep on the concrete and some goddamn in those aluminum foil blankets. All right? Revelations 2:10. Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison. Which that goes for us too, right? Because this the beginning of the Lord is going to be tested. All right. Some of us is going to go to these prisons, all right, that they got set up. Okay? Some of you that follow this gospel. Oh, it's also ICE got technology, all right? They done gave ICE technology. They know what you're watching. They know what you believe in, you know? So it's gonna become bigger than just immigration. All right. If you believe the president is such and such, hey, they gonna mark you. If they think you're anti-Semitic, all right, or if you speaking against ICE or any of those things, they gonna cast you into them prisons, man. All right. That's why it's written. It says what? The burning wrath is upon the multitude. It says that you may be tried and shall have tribulation 10 days. So guess what? The elect is going to be delivered, all right, whether through the Lord having something work out for us, all right, or through death, all right. We going to make it. It says, be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown. I will give thee a crown of life, all right. Grab the other scripture. I caught it. Second Ezra 16:68. It says, for behold, the burning wrath of a great multitude is kindled over you, and they shall take away certain of you and feed you, being idle, offer unto idols. See, and that's what they're doing. But it says they're going to take away certain of you and feed you, being idle, with things offered unto idols. And they that consent unto them shall be had in derision and reproach and trodden underfoot. All right? Those that actually submit, you go into those camps, hey, you gonna get jacked up. Or the ones that's, that's down with this system, when they get you, and they try to give you this, give you that chip, man. All right, like I said, feed you, being idle, offer unto idols. When they introduce that damn chip into you, man, all right, you still gonna be you still gonna be in derision, man. That don't mean you're gonna be in the good case. All right, and they that consent unto them shall be had in derision and in reproach, trodden underfoot. For there shall be in every place and the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord. All right. Oh, but hey, a great insurrection. It's not Trump trying to sign the Insurrection Act or put that into place, which is martial law. And they shall be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord. For they shall waste and take their goods and cast them out of their houses. Yeah, after they cast you out your house, where do you think you're going? To a concentration camp. All right? Then shall they be known who are my chosen, and they shall be tried as gold in the fire. Hear, O ye my beloved, saith the Lord, behold, the days of trouble are at hand, but I will deliver you from the same. All right, so with that, giving our praise and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Rakakadash, double honor to the elders of GMS. Also salutations to all the Akim out there that's pushing this truth, and also shalom to the rest of the whole elect. Peace.